Hi there, my lovelies, and happy almost 4th of July. I already did a red, white, and blue themed episode for Memorial Day, which I'll link down below if you want to check it out. So I want to do something a little bit different, but still on theme for 4th of July. So I decided to do 3 watermelon-inspired desserts that'll go great with your 4th of July or your summer barbecue. So let's get started. For my first recipe, I'm making watermelon macarons. I previously made the cookie shells, so if you want to learn how to make those, watch my How to Make Macarons video, which I'll leave a link down below in the description box, along with all the recipes for this video. So I've made dark pink and green macaron shells, and with an edible marker, I'm drawing little black seeds on my pink shells. Then I'm taking some watermelon and blending it until it's smooth. Go ahead and strain the watermelon into a bowl to get all the liquid from the watermelon. To a saucepan, I'm adding my sugar and some of the watermelon juice, just enough to wet the sugar. The reason I'm doing this is I'm making a watermelon syrup that is going to go into the cream in the center of our macarons. Just heat it on medium heat, and once all the sugar has dissolved into the juice, it's finished. I've added my syrup to another measuring cup, and I'm taking my mascarpone cheese and adding it to my bowl. Mascarpone cheese is a very light flavored cheese that is usually used in making tiramisu. It's really great because it complements whatever it's flavored with. So I'm adding my simple syrup to the cheese and mixing that all together. Then I'm adding it to a piping bag and it's ready to pipe into my macaron shells. Just add the other cookie on top and that's it. Now for my watermelon sorbet. I pre-frozen some watermelon, strawberries, and blackberries. I'm gonna add all of them to my blender. I have a heavy duty blender, so you may wanna cut up your watermelon slices smaller than mine before you freeze them. Then add your sugar, lemon juice, and water to the blender and blend until completely smooth. This sorbet is best to eat right after it's made, but you can add the rest to a Tupperware and freeze it for later. Just make sure to let it sit out and defrost a little bit before eating it again. The recipe is so simple, and I'm not lying to you when I say it is some of the best sorbet I have ever had. You have to give it a try. Now for our last recipe, we're going to be making these really cute 3-layer mason jar watermelon cakes. To the bowl of my mixer, I'm adding in my sugar and oil and mixing on medium speed. Then I'm going to slowly add in my eggs and mix for another 15 seconds. Next, I'm adding in my baking powder, vanilla extract, and half of my flour, and continuing to mix. Then I'm adding in my milk, and the rest of my flour and mixing until everything is combined. Make sure to scrape down the sides all the way to the bottom of the bowl and give it another quick mix. Once my batter is done, I'm going to divide it into 3 bowls to make the 3 different colors. I'm adding dark green to one, light green to another, and a dark pink to the last. Then I'm adding my batter to my baking pan that has been buttered and floured so that my cake will come out of the tin very easily. Do the same to the other 2 batters and then pop them in the oven at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. For the frosting, I'm going to add some cream cheese to my clean mixing bowl and some of the watermelon syrup. I'm just going to mix that on medium speed for about 30 seconds. Then slowly add in the powdered sugar 1 cup at a time until everything has come together. Last, I'm just going to add a few drops of pink food coloring. I'm going to place that in a piping bag fitted with a round tip and put it in my fridge to thicken up until I'm ready to use it. Okay, so the cakes are done. I'm going to pop them out of the pan, flip them over, and then trim the top if necessary so I have a flat surface. Then taking a biscuit cutter, I'm just going to cut out the appropriate size circles for my mason jar and pop it right in. So I'm going to do the dark green first, then light green, and lastly pink. And then take my icing and pipe a decent amount of icing on top. For the black seeds that are in watermelons, I'm using chocolate sprinkles, or you can use mini chocolate chips. And there you have it. How adorable were all those desserts? I really love this theme. It was really fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Also, why don't you guys leave me any comments down below of some other themes that you'd like to see me try, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you back here next Sunday. Bye, my lovelies.